Stephen F. Austin, 300 families settled here in the area. Right now we're just off the Brazos River, just to our north here. The town is called San Felipe de Austin. Hello world, my name's Mickey. Thanks for joining me today. This is the very first video in my homestead journey. Me and my dog Buckshot, we live here in the great state of Texas. You know, Texas was founded on homesteads. I'm here today at the site of the original Old 300. They were called the homesteaders who came in from the eastern seaboard of the U.S. to start colonizing what became the Republic of Texas and now the great state of Texas. French and Spanish and of course the Mexicans were all here in Texas, along with a lot of Comanches, a lot of Indians. Ironically, all of them homestead. You know, back in the day, everyone had a homestead until they started developing big cities out on the eastern seaboard. Everybody had to learn how to raise chickens and, you know, raise corn. They called it maize way back in the day. You know, hunt and feed themselves. Everybody was a homesteader, right? There wasn't a store that you could go down and get some meat. If you didn't know somebody who had cattle, you had cattle or you hunted. Maybe you raised some chickens, otherwise fish and you know, foraging and hunting was about it. Of course, we lost all those skills, kind of like the Dark Ages. Everybody forgot how to homestead. Everybody forgot how to grow their own food. I mean, how hard is it to put a seed in the ground and raise a crop? These days, it seems really difficult to everyone. But in those days, if you didn't plant the seed, you didn't eat. Sorry, I think I got some bugs crawling across my lens here. You may be wondering, what is a Texian anyway? Well, back when Texas was first settled, they called people Texians, or sometimes Texicans. You know, there's a lot of homesteaders on YouTube. Some are my favorites. The Holler Homestead, Art and Bree, Sow the Land, Justin Rhodes, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, Better Together Life, the Crockers, the Texas Boys. Big shout out to those who are in Texas. Texas Boys, Better Together Life. I hope that you will welcome me into the family of Texian homesteaders. Now, I don't have a homestead yet. Fortunately, I am debt-free. I've begun the journey outside of YouTube by paying off all my bills and getting things ready to find that great piece of land. And that's going to be part of my journey. How do I end up finding the right land for me? How do I end up getting started with the right animals? How do I begin, an apiary so that I have great cropland? All those things I hope to connect with the community about and challenge you and I to make a better life together. So what am I doing until I get my land? Well, so far I've been planting vegetables in the backyard, growing herbs, same kind of thing everybody else is, but also I'm on a learning journey. I have been studying bees. I have been traveling around to different places, trying to find places to volunteer, in community gardens, watching tons of YouTube videos, of course, and that's really what brought me to the desire and passion to connect with the homesteading community. That's really what this channel is going to be about. I'm hoping to connect with all the various people who have done quite a bit over the years to set up their property. Some of them, they're already farmers. They've had farms for a long time, and they know what seed to buy in my area, my area, Texas. They know how to deal with water shortages. They know how to plant cover crops to, keep the weeds down. All that stuff I can learn from the community. My channel really isn't going to be one that you can look to learn a lot from at this point. I'm hoping really to connect with you. I'm hoping that you'll find my story entertaining and we can go on this journey together. Texas has a lot of great places to visit. There's all kinds of farms, there's all kinds of ranch properties, there's all kinds of things to do, and I can learn quite a bit from just going around and visiting those places, maybe interviewing some people. So much can be learned by just talking to other people. Those people who've done all of this before and maybe have had property, some of them may be much older than me, and I can learn a lot from them, and hopefully I'll glean a lot from their experience. This is my boy Buckshot. I adopted him about 7 years ago. Okay. Hey, camera hog. Alright. Fine. He's a good boy. I think he's allergic to something in this grass though. He keeps sneezing. He loves it outside though. He's definitely an outside dog, even though he lives indoors a lot of times on the couch. Yeah, I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. Hey. Tell him hey. Buckshot. Tell him hey. Sit. Buckshot. Tell him hey. Ah, atta boy. Outstanding, son. There's some cattle over here. They're just enjoying life. That little calf was reacting to Buckshot. Hope my property is this beautiful one day. So why is all of this so important to me? Well, like a lot of people, I hated going into the office, working for a big company. It wasn't fulfilling at all. I really just felt like I was making other people rich. Fortunately, I'm debt-free, and now I've been able to set a little money aside in the hopes that I might get that property and start a self-sustaining way of life. These days, who knows where your food is coming from? Who knows how those animals are raised? I like bacon, but I see how these hogs are raised. It's no good. Another thing is living in the city. I'm outside of Houston, and as you can hear, it's noisy all the time. I mean, again, I'm in San Felipe de Austin. Let's just say I'm kind of out in the country compared to the suburbs of Houston, and it's still incredibly noisy. We got Harley Davidsons and trucks and helicopters and planes and everything going by all the time, so it's just way too loud. So what's next for my channel? I hope to get out to an apiary. I hope to get out to some local farms. I hope to make some trips out to see other homesteaders in Texas. Hopefully the Texas boys and the Better Together Life, those folks, hopefully they'll be willing to accept me coming by and visiting and interviewing them. I think I'll be basing a lot of my content on interviews for a while. Showing off some of the community gardens that I'll be working in and volunteering in, and just kind of sharing what I learned from the homestead community. So thanks again for joining me on my journey. Please subscribe. I don't know that you'll like this video. It's my first, and I'm a little awkward. I think everybody is when they first start off with the YouTube channel. I'm not a videographer. I probably have got my sound all wrong and everything's out of whack, but I've enjoyed getting started, and I hope you'll enjoy the journey with me. So that's it for now. Let me just leave you with one thought. Everybody's out there trying to kill each other for a buck these days, and what I found is that happiness is the new wealth. Buckshot, come on, boy. We're Oscar Mike. Hey there, what you doing? Oh yeah? Who is that, Buckshot? Tell him. Come here. See this guy? Yeah? Don't bark at him. Don't bark at him. Obviously, Buckshot likes cows. I think he's actually a little bit afraid. Here's Buckshot. Say hey, boy. Tell him hey. No? Okay, maybe another time. This little cow over here, he's real interested in Buckshot.